When we come to our time of confession, I just want to say plainly, churches should confess. Christians should confess. It shouldn't be a one-time thing, confession, that we do at conversion. As long as we are still sinning, we should still be confessing. For the biblical pattern is that we are dirty so long as we refuse to admit our dirt. And we stay sick as long as we refuse to acknowledge our wounds. We really are only in life walking as saints as we are honest enough to admit that we are sinners. I have read several times in a very odd little book by George MacDonald called Lilith. I read it first because C.S. Lewis, who I love to read, said that MacDonald baptized his imagination, and then I read it to my kids when they got older, and it really is an odd story. Lilith, if you don't know the story of Lilith, Lilith is a medieval Jewish legend. By the way, this is not true, this is a legend, but the medieval Jewish legend says that God gave Adam a wife named Lilith who cheated on him with a serpent. So then God made Adam a second wife, and that's Eve. Now MacDonald takes this Jewish medieval legend, and then he goes on from there to tell his story that you read, and it's an odd one, very symbolic, but it's all about, interestingly enough, the conversion of Lilith, how she gets evangelized, how she repents of her sins, and how she falls in love with Christ, the true husband. It's kind of a prophet Hosea fairy tale. But I tell you all of this, for there are lines in that story, as odd as I think it is, that haunt me since reading it, and in a good way. And one of the lines sums up perhaps all of my thinking on the importance of the discipline of confession. And the line goes like this. Adam, who's one of the characters, as in the Adam and Eve, Adam is speaking in the book, and he says this to a character: "You are dead," said Adam. And I stood still, taken aback. "Dead?" I said, "No, but I am very much alive." Adam repeated, "No, you are dead, and you will be dead so long as you refuse to die." I love that line. I've pondered a lot in life. You are dead so long as you refuse to die. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you know there's something you need to admit to, there's someone you need to apologize to, and you're in a room pacing, thinking about the thing you need to say, and it feels like death to say it. It's in every one of your thoughts, and you don't want to do it, and you finally go and you admit you were dead until you refused to die. This is one of the reasons I think confession is so important, because spiritual transformation only works by the humble admission of our actual state before God. Adam goes on to explain the same thing in the book. He says, "True life is a gift that comes only through death. Death to self, death to pride, death to your illusions, death to your self-will. Till then you are only existing. As long as you cling to your ego, to your own ideas of what life should be, so long you remain dead." And Christian, that explains us far too often. And so it reminds us, even now, of our need to confess. So here, the scripture of confession from Psalm 25, 8 through 9. "Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore he teaches sinners in the way. The humble he guides in justice, and the humble he teaches his way." If you